Today's adventure, some stealth camping into the bush, some beers and steak. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Julius here from JT Fitness, keeping you fit in and out of the gym. And today's adventure, we are going on a little stealth camping. So I have my sled pulling behind me. Got some beers in there. Be a nice relaxing night. It's not supposed to get too cold. I think just -9, which I'll probably be sleeping out of my sleeping bag. We've got the beautiful St. Lawrence here. There's a whole bunch of Canada geese that are back. We had a bunch of rain, melted all the snow, and then we had another snowstorm. Got about another, I think, well, it looks like 7 inches, 7-8 inches. So it's great to be back out here. I thought winter was done. This might be the last time, so hope you guys enjoy. Walking out to the bay here on the ice. Water's pretty low, so there's nothing to worry about. Some of the Canada geese are getting into the water, must be spooking them. The wind might actually get pretty chilly. This is the bay we're going to be staying at. The wind is being blocked by this section here, which is good. It's kind of cold in the wind, but here's the bay here. So we're going to spend the night in this bay amongst the cattails. So these here are great for tinder. So I'll probably try to use one of these to start the fire tonight. I like stamping out my camp area where I'm setting my tent. First of all, to flatten it and to get the feel of how it's going to slope. So in this case, it feels like when I'm stomping on it, it's going to slope down. So it just lets me know how to set up my tent so that I'm not going to roll to the side or have the blood rush to my head all night. So I want my head up a little higher. So it's a good thing about stomping down the ground. Plus it makes it flatter, obviously. you're setting up the MSR tent, whenever you put the fly on, make sure you put the red on the red side of the tent and the gray on the gray side. If not, the doors, the tent and the fly, they sort of cross and doesn't line up right. Red with red, gray with gray. So, gray on the tent, the other side is red. Snow anchor. So whenever you're setting up the MSR tent, like I was saying before, whenever whenever you put the fly on, make sure that the red is with the red and the gray is with the gray, because if not, whenever you open up the fly, the door will be on the opposite side. So instead of opening up this way, you have to reach and it opens up this way. So that's why you have to make sure that the red is with the red, not the ground sheet, but the actual tent and the fly, they're color coded. One of the things I like about winter camping is with a sled that you can bring a lot of comfort items. So I picked up a wool blanket off Amazon, and we'll be just putting it all on the floor just to see if that makes a difference. You know, makes it a little bit more cozy inside. Instead of a hardwood floor, you got some nice carpet. And then on top of that, for my sleep system, I use Reflectix, the Reflectex, wherever you want to pronounce it, right under my sleeping bag, or under my sleeping pad, I should say. I have an air pad, so one, it reflects the heat back up. Another thing, it keeps things from poking through and busting your sleeping pad. So this will be the first time with this wool blanket. It'll probably just end up being annoying and bunching up, but we'll see. Trying to step even. My other battery died, so I got a new battery. I don't know how long I'll be able to record for, but next part of my sleep system is the Teton Sports insulated sleeping pad. Packs up, I mean, I just unrolled it, but I should have showed you before, but size of an Nalgene bottle, maybe slightly bigger. Yeah, Teton Sports, awesome company. Now technically you're not supposed to be blowing into this in the winter time. I guess it could create the moisture going into the pad will create mold on the inside, but I'll just buy another one. They're not that expensive. I don't blow it up too hard because I like a little softness. Cool. Sleeping bag, minus 23 sleeping bag from Teton Sports. It's the Altos model. Now, I'll probably be sleeping on the outside of the sleeping bag tonight. It's only supposed to, let's see, Altos minus 10. This will puff up nice and big. This is a fantastic sleeping bag. You can check out my other review on it or my unboxing. Actually, I don't know if I've ever done a review on it other than an unboxing. Maybe I'll do that tonight. But fantastic bag. Minus 23. It's only supposed to go to minus 9 tonight. So I'll probably be sleeping, and I've always just sleep in my base layer, and I'm usually really warm. The coldest I've gotten it was minus 20, I think. But I was sleeping in a lean-to, which usually adds some warmth. But given that it's only supposed to go down to minus 9, I'll probably be sleeping on the outside of it. But I'll let that fluff up. So I'm going to set up the rest of my tent, rest of my sleep system, and save battery. Don't want to bore you with this. You've seen these 100 times. Guys, guess what I got? Some bourbon beer from our local brewery in Cornwall, Ontario. Really good stuff. Just want to collect some firewood for tonight. There's lots of dead stuff. Lots of dead stuff, lots of cattails, which is great for tinder. A lot of them are opened up and it's got that furry stuff inside, so we won't have any problem lighting the fire. And if we do, we have some of those enviro logs. They're the ones that are in a bag. You light the bag up, and then it's got like a log inside the bag that burns for a long time, just in case the wood's too wet. But it looks like there's a lot of dry stuff that's stuck in between the trees, some dead standing that we'll be able to cut. Have a nice little fire. Be able to cook my steak on the fire. I brought some bird seed, some birdie num-nums for just in case I get bored. I like looking at birds. I find the older you get, or the older I get, the more bird feeders I own. So lots of dead stuff in here that's caught in between the trees, and it looks pretty dry, so we won't have an issue. We got tinder for days out here.
I grew up listening to the balloons. Some of the pitfalls too are out there in the yeah, and the crickets are going to the balloon lake, and then the north there, like there's a pasture where fish gathering there, and sometimes you do hear them making noise so the coyotes are actually making a boat. But we used to have a dog that was 3/4 Timberwolf, 1/4 Mountain Store, and he would actually howl at the moon, and so there were 2 captive coyotes behind the house. And they would howl, and then they would quiet down and Thor would howl.
It doesn't take much to bust these open. Just by breaking them off, they open right up, and great tinder. Easy fire starter. So I did this last time, is I put these tin foils down, or a friend of mine brought these just to put on top of the snow so that it helps reduce the amount of time that it takes to melt, and it does keep it actually nice and dry, because the heat will reflect off and it'll sort of make a nice little pocket. So I'm not going to play with these too much because I don't want them to open up and all blow away, but I'm basically just going to process down some small sticks. So that whenever I do start it, I have sticks to just sort of feed it. So I throw this on there just to keep it from blowing away. This is really, really, really dry. Shouldn't have any issue starting a fire tonight. And here's some bigger pieces to add once these small ones catch. So I'm trying to continue working at this, going in and out of the bush, getting a nice little pile. The batteries don't seem to be lasting too long to cold, so I'm not going to record too much. That was a good find. Nice big piece. Dead standing. They're always the best, as long as they're not too punky. This one seemed pretty solid. What's interesting about this place is that it's considered the Lost Villages. Back in the 50s, they flooded this area that we're camping in I guess to increase the depth of the channel for ships to come through. So people lived in this area. I'm not sure which one this was, but in that video that I'm camping on an island, that's Wales Island. So there's homes there, and you can see from an aerial view where the roads go through. So I'm going to try to make my way over to the evergreens that are right into this distance, just to explore. I've never been here, so just to check it out. Must be a creek that runs through here. Still really wet. Where we're camping in the summertime, or I'd say in the springtime, there's water there. Late summer, the end of the year, like August, the water level goes so low. I think it would be just mud in the bay that we are, but you can see here that there's still water. Surprised to see that it's not frozen. Maybe it's toxic and it doesn't freeze. So on our walk we found an old foundation. So we're gonna go check out this foundation. We have to make it back to camp soon because I'm all out of beer, and this is my EDC. So let's go check out this foundation.
Oh, there's the newer part there. That's all cemented in, eh? Oh, actually, no, that's the same size, but yeah.
But this is cemented and not.
It's pretty far in the bush, so we have to hurry up just so that we can find our way back out because it's pretty thick. There's a lot of thorns, and with the down jackets, it's very easy to rip. So
Maybe I should kill myself. So blame